We are going to look at scalar product. We define the scalar product A dot B of two vectors to be magnitude of A, magnitude of B, cosine theta, where theta is the angle between vector A and vector B. When we talk about the angle between two vectors A and B, the direction of A arrow must be both pointing out from the same point. It means you must draw vector A, vector B, both starting from the same point, and both vectors must be pointing out. And you can also draw it in such a way that both are pointing in. Let me extend the line this way. Then what you learn in primary school, if you have two lines crossing, then vertically opposite angles are equal. So we can also draw B pointing in, A pointing in to the same point. It can't be one pointing out, one pointing in. If you draw one pointing out, one pointing in, then you will find that the answer is not unique. So that's why we define the angle between two vectors to be both pointing out from the same point or pointing in from the same point. If you draw it like this, A this way, A pointing out, then B pointing in, then you will find that you get a different angle. Then you get different answer. So the unique answer is you define the angle between two vectors to be the two vectors pointing out from the same point, both pointing out from the same point or pointing in from the same point. A dot B is same as B dot A. This is one of the results you have, because if you look at B dot A, then it's just magnitude of B, magnitude of A, then cosine theta. The theta is the angle between A and B. So it should be same as A dot B. Then if you consider lambda times A dot B, it will be same as lambda A dot B or A dot lambda B. And if you take A dot B plus C, you can expand it out like algebra, A dot B plus A dot C. And the next one tells you A dot A is magnitude of A squared. If you look at A dot A, then by definition, it will be magnitude of A cosine theta, right? If you consider A dot with A, then the angle between A and itself is 0, is 0 degree. So the angle between A and the vector A itself is 0. So it should be just magnitude of A cosine 0, and cosine 0 is 1. So cosine 0 degree, which is actually 1. So that's why it becomes just magnitude of A squared. And if two vectors are perpendicular, then the dot product should be 0, because A dot B will be magnitude of A, magnitude of B, cosine 90. If two vectors are perpendicular, so vector A, vector B will be at 90 degrees. But cosine 90 is 0. So 0 times magnitude of A, magnitude of B is still 0. So that's why A dot B will be 0 if A and B are perpendicular. So you can use this to show two vectors are perpendicular to each other.